Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mini project. So the Mini is now back from paint and as you can see it's looking shiny and lovely. We've still got a shed load of work to do. So engine and gearbox got to be pulled out, and yes, I know we should have done it before paint but we've run out of time. So anyway, that's got to come out, the subframe's got to come out, everything's going to be cleaned, powder coated, made looking lovely. All new gaskets, all new seals, obviously a full service, do all the serviceable items. Just to make it drive and run as nice as the outside looks. So shitloads of work to do, and I'm keen to jump on it straight away. I've just literally come back from Vegas, so I've been at the SEMA show. I'm completely knackered, jet lagged and all that, and obviously a week in Vegas is quite hard on any man. So anyway, back to it, let's get this thing done. So, first things first, we need to get the engine and gearbox out. So that's taking out all the wiring, the coolant lines, throttle cable, all that. Obviously the exhaust needs to come off as well. The idea is to drop it all on the subframe, so we just lift the body up away from it all. Yeah, so you can see I've already taken the rad out, the fan, shrouds, the electric fan, and a couple of the coolant hoses. So anyway, I'm going to get the inlet off so I can get the exhaust off next. So let's do it. Alright, first things first, we're going to take these plugs off. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to label these up just to save any confusion when it comes to putting it all back together. We've got the throttle cable. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half-inch nuts that need to come off. Socket on them. think what we'll do is we'll whip this breather pipe off, make life a little bit easier. We need one of those off. There we go, loads of access. We've got the vacuum line to remove that runs into the servo for the brakes. Should pop out of there. Ever been out in its whole life. There we go. One more plug. I'm going to label that one. And then obviously we've got the two fuel lines as well, so you've got your flow and return. Need some pliers for. A little tip as well when you're trying to get fuel lines off or any rubber hose. Don't just pull it. If you can get it to twist first, and then it will want to come off. It's probably going to leak fuel everywhere too. Okay, not so bad. Come on, you fucker. There we go. What I will do is mark those. Okay, drop one, that's good. Hit the floor, it's a bonus. What have we got here? And the harness is just clipped into that. Bosh, one of those. One carb and one inlet. And one more plug. And my fan's ringing. Voila. So now we've got the carb off, you can see the exhaust manifold there. That's all ready to come off as well. Looking at it, I think what I might do, as I'm doing it on my own, it's probably easier if I get underneath, take the drive shafts out and the gear linkage, and actually just pull the engine and box out through the top. I mean, the servo and the master cylinder will probably get in the way, but we're taking that out anyway so we can clean it up and make it look nice. So if everything's going to be out of the way, it's probably going to be a lot easier just to whip it all up. I'll probably take the alternator off just to stop it fouling on the front panel there, but yeah, I think the best bet is we'll lift that baby out of there. So yeah, I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to take all the wiring harness out, pull it over to one side, lose the ECU, all other little bits and pieces to give me as much room as possible, because at the end of the day we don't want to break anything by trying to lift it out of there. So yeah. I've unbolted the servo and the brake pedal assembly. Obviously we've still got the master cylinder floating there and it's all full of brake fluid, so we're going to address that in a minute. I've unbolted the clutch slave down here, but unfortunately, I don't know if you can see, the pin right there that goes into the actuator on the gearbox is seized in this fork. So what I'm going to have to do is disconnect the clutch line, which is here, leave the master cylinder or the slave cylinder on there, and then I'll have to sort it out when it's out, because at the moment there's just no room to sort of free it up. I've left it soaking with some WD-40, maybe that will help. But once I get the engine out, it'll be a lot easier to get on it because I have loads of access. So other than that, we're pretty much all there on the top. Obviously, so I'm going to take the alternator out for a bit of clearance. Yeah, so we need to get it up in the air, pull the exhaust off, get the drive shafts out, and obviously disconnect the gear linkage, which I don't know if you can see, somewhere down there in the abyss. So that needs unbolting and pulling out of the way as well. And obviously this little stabiliser bar, and then we've got the two engine mounts, one either side. So we're not a million miles off. Downside is I lent my engine crane to a mate of mine who's next door, and he's not here at the moment. So the plan is I'm going to get everything ready to pull out, and then when he's in the morning, I'll pop over there, grab the engine crane and whip this little baby out. So we're now about ready to rock. Got everything out from the top end that we needed to. Also taking the start motor off, just get a bit more clearance. Obviously the alternator's gone as well. I've pulled the clutch slave cylinder out and left the shaft on, so I can do that once we get the engine and gearbox out. Obviously the exhaust unbolted, that will pull off once we unbolt it from the centre section. Yeah, so now it's just a case, you need to get the car up, take the drive shafts out, disconnect the gear linkage, and then ready to pull it. Good times. a good place. We've got the drive shafts out, or pulled out of the box anyway. They don't actually fit, the CV joints don't actually fit through the hole in the subframe, so that's fun. But anyway, they're out. We're all free, the gear linkage is off. I couldn't get the exhaust manifold out because it's an aftermarket one, and it's basically the pipe is seized on at the other end. So I'm hoping we can lift the engine out and just wiggle that out in situ. With any luck, that'll work. So yeah, I'm just gonna put the chain on the head bolts, drag the crane in, and hopefully it's gonna come out a piece of cake. Yeah, good times. There we go, now we've got the engine out and hanging there like one of Pat Butcher's earrings. You can see exactly how oily and leaky it is. Almost everything that held any kind of liquid is leaking. So that is why we pulled the engine. So we changed all the gaskets, all the seals, paint it up, get rid of all this shitty flaky red paint. I think we go nice satin black. Obviously clean all the alley up, make that all nice and shiny. Yeah, we got a big hole. Well, a little hole, but engine size hole, little engine. See, and there's the drive shafts. They don't actually fit properly through there, which is just dumb. But hopefully, okay, that's great. Great design. Well done, guys. Love to see it. Cool.